Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is Show back at you again. Today we're gonna be doing somewhat of a short and quick, straight to the point film. I've gotten a few messages about this in the past as well, and one recently, saying that when people try and do the tornado trick, they have a real hard time sometimes laying the smoke down nice and smooth. And they wanted me to come up with a video, that shows how to do that in a much easier fashion. um, because usually otherwise if you don't use this trick that I'm about to show you, this way you have to take in a smaller breath, or an inhale actually, and you inhale it, and after you inhale it, you have to go down and put your chin right next to the tables, and you have to breathe out ever so slowly, but you have to breathe out fast, but at the same time you have to make sure that the smoke doesn't go everywhere, or else you won't be able to do the trick properly. The easiest way to do this is what you need. Just a regular old paper towel, empty tube roll. That's all you need. You can also do this with a shorter roll, the one from the bathroom tissue ones, but I think this is easier with this, because you don't have to bend down as much, and that's the problem that a lot of people have. When they bend down, they can't really control the smoke coming out of their mouth as much. So basically, the way to do this properly, with this one you can take a really big breath as well, and when you take a really big breath and or an inhale, and you go down to lay the smoke on the table, it becomes a little hard for most people to control their breathing, and they can't really put down a nice big cloud of smoke but on the table. So the best way to do it using this method is that you have to put it on a 45-degree angle. Imagine this is the table. If you do it like this, it will spread out just a little too much, not enough to your liking sometimes. I've noticed the best results when you put it down on a approximately 45-50-degree angle. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as it's diagonal to the table, to the flat surface, you should be all right. And when you breathe out, the exact thing that I do is exactly in that manner, but obviously after you take a puff.
You're back.
Basically, we're gonna do exactly what I just said, and usually I would just take, for example, if I can take a 5-second hit, I would take a 2.5 second hit, and then go down and then breathe it out on the table. But since I'm using this, I can actually go ahead and take a really good 3-4 second long hit the way I like it, and slowly lay it down on the table and just do my tornado trick. All right, so let's do this. Today I'm going to be using my Kennedy V2 competition and my Abaddon mod. And when you lift it off, keep breathing out, but slow down your breathing. So when you notice that I took this off, I kept breathing, but just not as hard as I was breathing before while laying the smoke on the table. And look, you have such a nice smooth layer of smoke here, and my hand just moved a little bit and it just started moving, but there's your tornado. And I have done this trick many times and whatnot. It's a super simple trick once you get down to it, but basically, so when you breathe out, so say for example that I'm pretty much done laying smoke on the table. So what I do, if my normal exhaling habit is, and then when I'm about to lift this off, because you don't want to disturb the smoke, you want to slow it down. So from to, and then eventually nothing. While doing that, you have to move back so that this reverse motion does not lift the smoke off the table and keeps it there. Okay, so let's look at that this time. So when I do it that way, the smoke doesn't really move around much. So I can just go in and do my regular tornadoes and whatnot, do whatever trick that you guys want to do, but this is mainly for the tornado trick. So this is the easiest way I found. Okay, it's not supposed to be a super long video. I think if you guys do it this way, it will give you better result every time, consistently. Like I said, you can take a 3-4 second hit. I repeat it a lot, everything, but I just want you guys to get this trick down. So 45-degree angle or even less, whatever you like. And the other thing you can do, if you want to have the whole table covered up, So what I do is I'll start from the front and then I'll keep moving back ever so slowly while exhaling. And when I start to lift off the table, because I'm running out of breath and out of smoke, I would start exhaling slower and slower and slower and pull it away. And that's the best way to do it, and that way you don't disturb the smoke which is already sitting on your desk. All right, so I'm gonna do this one more time. Okay. And there you have it. Super simple, straightforward. And if you guys still want to learn how to do the tornado, I would suggest that you go back and check out my channel. And I have a video over there saying, how to do the smoke tornado / vape tornado tutorial, how to. And it's super simple, but I'll just go over the steps real quick. Number one, you have to have your hand slightly cupped, like so. You don't want it to be straight. You don't want it to be more curved. At the same time, when you come down, you want to come from the back. You don't want to put your hand right in the middle, because if you do that, the smoke's going to move away from your hand. Okay, and then when you come in, you want to come in from the top, so cut down, and then you just want to, so your hand's already in a slight curve, all right, as you see there. It's on a slight curve, not straight. And that's the biggest thing that you want to take away from this. Come down and lift it right up, just like that, ever so slowly, and change your position to like an upward motion. You can just go and do that, but it just has to come straight down from here. If you see my hands like this, and then when I turn, my hand turns just about that much and it will lift up. So just like that and that. And basically you're done. So guys, that's the most simple and straightforward way if you're trying to do the tornado trick and you're having trouble with those couple of little steps. Step number one, laying down the smoke. And if you guys can't really control your breath too much, this paper towel roll will help a lot, because you don't have to bend down as far. You just have to put your mouth on it and just make it have contact with the table from the bottom edge, keeping it at about a 45-degree angle, and that's about it. I mean, other than that, it really doesn't get any more simple than that. All right, and if you still have any other questions, concerns, comments, then let me know. I will do my best and try and help you guys out whichever way I can possible. And if you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and hopefully we'll be back next time with another cool video next week. Keep on vaping, stay away from smoking, and I'll see you guys next time.